What's
What's up,
up,
Praise?
guys and gals? What's up?
You're funny.
Praise, can you tell me, look, you know what I want to ask you about. What happened, bro?
The Bible.
The Bible happened?
What's that?
That is what led me to see my heir with Darth. It's a spirit of being critical of others. It's a pharisaical, self-righteous attitude, and I should have looked at myself rather than criticize others. And Darth actually showed he has compassion, and he doesn't hold grudges. He has forgiveness for others. So I think that idea that he was a narcissist is dispelled now, and
The
that
fuck are you talking about?
yeah, I would. Me and him talked about it. He didn't hold a grudge.
Yeah, Praise. So, okay, there's a lot that you said there, but it sounded like you said that Darth didn't hold a grudge. Therefore, Darth is not a narcissist. Is that correct?
Yes, because he showed compassion, and I did see the error in my ways. It was very disrespectful, and you kind of incited that, Tom. You know that with that line of questioning. So, I felt like you kind of exploited my feelings. I was kind of raw at Darth at that time, and I think you exploited that.
What do you mean at that time? You were don't first of all, Praise, that's bullshit. I don't know what you mean by at that time, because 2 or 3 weeks ago when you said that at that time and you were so raw, were you also so raw about it at the time a week later, and then another week later, and then like 3 days ago later when we were talking about Tavekel? Were you also just so raw at that time too? At that time?
Yes, it grows like wildfire, and this is why the Bible is really I think like the aid to all this. You guys should read the Bible. It would keep you from going through
Yeah,
these things.
no one cares about the Bible.
How are these
Wait,
people
Oh,
real?
really?
what
Well,
what
that's the
you're saying is
problem.
that
That's the problem, Tom.
what you're saying is that I took advantage of you in a window of like 3 weeks where you were like vulnerable.
No, see what you did is you planted the seed in my head, and I took it. It kind of just took off from there. You knew that I was vulnerable, and that I would turn on Darth, and you took advantage of that for your own evils, for your own evil
I
ideas.
You did all that yourself, bro. You did all those streams, or I never came in a single one of them. You did multiple
Well,
streams all by yourself. All that narcissism stuff, all by yourself. Okay? So don't
no, that was no. My discussion with you was before that. That was not. What are you talking about?
You had multiple streams. In the thumbnail of the video of me and you, I put the thumbnails of your own videos. Darth Go to Hell. I gotta have a conversation about Darth. You did that all by yourself. So don't even try. Don't even try, Praise. Don't even try. Nobody's buying
Yeah,
it.
I was raw at that time. You know that because of the videos I put up.
And the Lord will be punishing you, Praise, for that rawness.
Well, I think he kind of did. I think it was a good wake up call that he's seen how. I think he revealed to me how self righteous I was in trying to go on like an escapade of aspersions against people, and a campaign of trying to ruin their reputation. I just don't think that's right. The Bible doesn't say that. In fact, I did a stream showing how the Bible does not prescribe that. So again, I apologize to Darth. He could have held it against me, and he didn't. So yeah.
What were the
Uh, uh,
conditions of him forgiving you? Like, what are the ingredients in the Darth forgiveness cake? Was this one of them? Coming here?
No, I just seen like you guys together. I was wondering what's going on. I seen Darth in the audience, and I also seen you guys. It's more curiosity. That's all.
Oh, so
Yeah,
so
look,
go ahead, Tom.
Look, man. Look, it just doesn't make any sense, right? So in your own videos, you're talking about Darth being a narcissist. You're talking about like a checklist of like 10 different identifying behaviors, right? And you, through your research, know that like a narcissist is not like dependent on every single criteria being met. You know that, right?
I think every single one of us could fit under that criteria one time or another in our life. So I think it's not our
You're
place to
you're
psychologize
avoiding my
other people.
question. What do you mean it's not your place? That's what you did.
That's what I'm admitting my error, but you're not. You should see your error on this.
No. Everyone is going to fit in those categories because, like, look, this type of a disorder is going to be the hallmark of a disorder is going to be when it interferes with your personal work life or something like that, right? And also, these behaviors are all on a spectrum. You can have some, you could have some of the other ones. It's all going to be on a spectrum. Look, if you did any research on narcissism, you know all this already, don't you?
On a spectrum, like, what do you mean? Like, do you think he has like an inclination to do these things? Is that what you're trying to say?
That's not what I'm trying to say, but I agree with that. Yeah, of course.
I would disagree, because he had every right to kick me out of the group there and hold a grudge, and he didn't. So I think
Okay, so let me get this straight. So anybody who is currently diagnosed as a narcissist, clinically, professionally, by a psychiatrist, okay, anyone, if it's brought to attention, the attention of the diagnoser, that they once, recently, yesterday, today, didn't hold a grudge about one thing and they let it go, do you think that the diagnoser would change their diagnosis?
But are we professional diagnosers, though?
I'm asking you what you think they would do. Because
Again, I'm
you
not going
told
to.
me,
I'm not
because
doing the
no,
hypotheticals, Tom. No, I'm not doing it.
yes, you have already done it, right?
No,
But
you're trying to invoke it again. Just don't do it.
you
Just don't
told
put me in
me
that line of
that
questioning again.
he's not a narcissist because he forgave you. So you're already doing that.
Yes, that is anti-narcissist for someone to show compassion, because narcissists just don't do it.
Yeah, you're confusing
Yeah, they
narcissist
do.
with yeah, you're confusing things there.
Yeah, praise. They'll do that if they feel it's in their favor to do so. They're very transactional. It doesn't go against it at all, actually.
He gained nothing out of it. I don't know what he gained out of it,
What is
because
he?
it's not like
What's happening right now?
there was an
What are you talking
ulterior
about?
motive, because he didn't ask for anything afterwards. Like, hey, praise, can I can you do something for me? Like, he hasn't even talked to me since then.
You gain your ball washing, dude. Are you
Oh my
kidding?
gosh, this is like, I think this just shows you guys are probably narcissists and he's actually not.
Whatever you say.
I thought you said we're all narcissists.
Because it's called projection. Like, you're just projecting your narcissist qualities on him. Like, did you
I'm
say you
projecting
threw
my.
me under the bus there? Oh yeah, I just ball wash Darth now. Like, do you see how that it
Okay,
doesn't
let's talk
follow?
about.
It just doesn't
Let's
follow.
Wait, but
talk
like
about.
What are you doing
he
right now,
Hold
praise?
on. Yeah.
I'm just
Mark, you're really
explaining
quiet,
what's going
almost too
on.
quiet.
Sorry. Let's talk about
So
But
praise
a
before
pervasive
no,
pattern of grandiosity.
before you broke up with Darth and he wreaked havoc on your channel, you said the motivation was so you could team up with him for some kind of gain, right? So why wouldn't I think that the best explanation for why you apologized to him was because you actually desire having him on your team and bringing him on your channel more than being like some altruistic apology type thing?
It's I like Darth, like, personally, but it's not like, I venerate him or anything. I think his positions really draw out some great conversations and philosophy. And I just don't think atheists have sufficiently addressed his philosophical points. That's why I like Darth, because Whether you like him or
It sounds
not,
like you
he's
agree with me that you just want to use him to go on your
but
channel.
for a philosophical purpose, yes, but not. So you guys are conflating it. You're misrepresenting what I'm trying to accomplish. It's Darth is just an agent or just someone, a vehicle to have discussions, about philosophy, about God and atheism.
Right. It wasn't about the apology. It was about you wanting to have him on your channel to further gain.
No, it's because I don't even know Darth personally. I don't even talk to him, so it's
That
not.
doesn't
It's not
seem
about
Wait, but that's
necessary.
that. It's
compatible with you getting some gain out of it, right? But like at the same time, like
it's an
So far, yeah, go ahead.
intellectual gain. Yes. Why would someone be
right. So,
against intellectual discourse? Why?
But you
well,
said
what I'm
precept
saying is
wasn't good
weird.
when you
What I'm
were
saying is like really,
not good
really
with
weird
Darth.
is the idea that like if Darth had something to gain, he would tell you like explicitly. Like I just like why would you think that?
Because there would be an ulterior motive. Like if he would tell me, Praise, since you apologized to me, how about you do this for me? Like that just didn't happen. Um, yeah, Darth. I mean, no one's perfect in this world. I'm sure he has his own flaws, but I have no right to be critical of him. The Bible makes that clear, and that's where I made the error. I should never went on, a campaign against him, ethically or personally. And I think some things are out of our area of expertise. I'm not a freaking psychologist. I don't think I should have subjected him to some of the things that I diagnose him as. I'm not who am I to diagnose anyone.
Okay, but if all that's the case, are you going to give him administration privileges over your channel again?
No, and that's a big no because I don't think he should be subject or put under that where he could be, what's the word? I think he'd be vulnerable if I don't think
Are you sure
it's
it's
just
not because he expresses like maniacal narcissistic behavior when like interacting with others?
no, and that's what I did. That's what I thought before, but actually, I changed my view because there's people that are pestering him and poking at him, and it's I don't think he should be put in that position in the first place. But he hasn't even talked to me. Like it's Darth is Darth, man. I mean, I'm not elevating or putting him on a pedestal. I don't think even he would agree with that. Like no one puts him on a pedestal.
It sounds like you're
Have
putting
you
him on a bit of a pedestal.
have you talked to Derek Lee?
No, no. I put Darth where he belongs. He's just a human being that tries to follow God. He's just like anyone else,
Oh my
He
God,
has his
man,
own
this is like
problems, like we have our own problems as well.
this
Praise,
is crazy.
why is it that you get these human beings that act nothing like the image of Jesus Christ and you're okay with that? Like it makes no sense. Your ideology is literally called Christianity, and you get some of the most aggressive, angry, hateful individuals, and they're your role models and your like spiritual shamans in the community. Isn't that kind of absurd, man?
That's why we need a savior. Like just because we believe in Jesus doesn't mean we're going to magically change into better
No, but you're
people. It's
so
just we
far.
recognize
You're
we need a
so far,
savior.
Praise. Darth is so far. Like, doesn't that concern you?
Again, that's a pharisaical way to look at it. I'm not going to criticize. I have the spirit of to put people under that scrutiny, a critical spirit. I just don't think we have any. Um, I don't think we have any credence to do that because we're all sinners and we all fall short of the glory of God. That's just the bottom line.
No, not
So
really, though,
given
because there are instructions in the Bible, and there are the Ten Commandments, and there is the New Testament and following the way of Jesus. So you don't have to cast the judgment itself, but you know what action is more desirable than other action.
Sure, but that's between him and God. I'm not going to stand as some arbiter of Darth, whatever he does. I might disagree with some things he does, but who am I to like step in and point the finger at him? Like I'm not either of you guys. I mean, it's between him and God. So
Right.
that's where it lies.
So we're never, to be clear, we're never gonna find you pointing the finger at like any atheist and, you know, saying that their behavior is bad, right? You're never gonna cast judgment on an atheist.
I try to attack positions, not people. I try to attack arguments. So
You literally had a video like yesterday where you attacked Kenny Rhodes, like put his face on like you photoshopped his face on something. It's like
it
a
was a
direct personal
parody.
attack.
Relax, Tom. It was a joke. Gosh, take a chill pill, buddy. Like it's not what I wasn't trying to like go in like a diet, like some type of character assassination or something. No, it's just it was a parody. I think people misunderstand some of the stuff I do.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was just a big misunderstanding.
Praise,
Did
given
you
your
not
value of
attack Tom's character last night?
Yeah, you were judging
Us-
me yesterday.
I said how did I judge you? Did I say you're going to hell, Tom?
Wait, you also said that
No,
you
I
also
said you're a
said
manipulator, but
yeah, you also
like just because I call you manipulator doesn't mean that I'm casting judgment on you.
you also accused like the entire room like 10 minutes ago of being narcissists, right? And that it's our projection that like we're putting onto Darth.
Can
It's like,
I
But
say
how
something
is
real
that
quick?
casting judgment though? I'm just saying
well,
that's a
we shouldn't do
possibility.
that, right?
It's an evaluation.
Wait, like the
Hi,
entire
Chris.
room you're saying acts like narcissistically. Like we shouldn't do that, right?
You shouldn't, but I'm not going to
Right,
be
yeah,
critical and say,
then
"Oh,
yeah,
you're going
right.
to hell
That's
because of
casting
that."
judgment. Yeah.
Can I
No,
get a mic check?
judgment is saying that you're just a bad person and
Yeah, we can hear you.
you
They're
don't
just talking
deserve
over
something.
you.
That's fine. Thank you.
Go.
Hi.
I never claim you guys are
Hi,
bad
Praise.
people, so
Oh, okay.
Got to get out with it, JJ. You got to go, man.
Yep, I
go
guess.
JJ,
Yep.
sorry.
Yep.
Okay,
All
go.
those things you said about Tom, those are good things, right? Or are they bad things?
They are things that I think that he needs to
Yeah,
take.
let me just cut you off right there. Yeah, Praise is just too dumb to talk. That's
No,
all I got to say. Thanks. I'll listen.
Yeah, he needs to take notice of some of the things that maybe he could work on. It's just things that he could work on. That's
You
all.
trying to
I'm not.
judge me, bro? You judging me?
No way. No.
Praise,
You're-
how do you know what needs to be worked on if that's only Jesus' call?
Yeah, I think only God can cause people to change, and only it's between them and God. I'm not going to cast judgment on people.
You even saying out loud in a clubhouse room, Tom needs to work on this. Is that not a form of judgment or some type of opinionated judgment?
No,
So what the fuck is it?
it's just a recommendation.
Praise, you're a clown. You need to buy a nose.
It's not a judgment.
Well, yeah, like
you know,
a
Praise,
person
I think-
doesn't
you know what
say
Praise
like I
reminds me of?
recommend you
One
to
mic,
jail, right?
You're just making my point even more clear that you guys should work on that.
Praise, you are the reincarnation of Brett Keane, just in case you didn't know.
Yeah, since Darth was in here and he witnessed you in here, do you think he should stick by his standard of going ahead and blocking you?
If he does, he does.
No, do you think he should?
I'm not going to go out on some campaign against him though, a smear campaign like you guys
But do
do.
you think he should?
That's his prerogative. I mean, as far as the world's concerned, I think he should. But since he follows God, I would say maybe for him to follow the Bible.
That was a lot of fluff.
All right.
Was that a should?
Praise, real quick. I'm going to play you some of you yesterday or the day before, not judging anyone in this room, okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
I've been following Tom Rabbit for a while. He has a whole clan of people that just are infatuated with you. They just don't. You're in their heads. The Darth derangement syndrome. It's like Spatchcock. They always have to talk about you. It's just so. They're just out of their mind. These people. 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 They're just out of their mind. These. Just out of their they're just out of their mind. They're just out of their mind. These people. I'm glad.
Well, here's the thing that
How is that a judgment? That's not a judgment. I'm not casting judgment on you.
What are you talking about?
Wait, did you make the judgment whether we're within our minds or not?
That's a more of a colloquial statement. It's an idiom. Out of your
Wow.
mind. So what? It's just like
Right, so you
hyperbole.
were
Like it
judging, right?
doesn't. It's not. I'm not casting judgment. No way.
But you were.
Oh, so if I say Darth Dawkins is a raving narcissist or whatever, is that casting judgment?
No, because you didn't like say there's repercussions for that. See, if there is repercussions, if I'm saying the repercussions of you guys doing this, you should be blank and blank. The consequences should be this or that, or reprimand. You guys should be reprimanded for that. Do you see how there's no I'm not reprimanding you guys or any of that stuff. So no, I disagree with that.
Hey, Praise, what's the point of using a word like judgment and then providing a definition that isn't the definition of judgment? Like, what's the point of doing language that way? What do you think?
Well, what is your definition of judgment? I'm just curious.
My definition?
Yeah, where are you getting this definition
Let
from?
me just pull up Oxford language. The ability to make considered decisions or come to a sensible conclusion. I think you've made a lot of sensible conclusions and decisions about people in these rooms. That's what judgment is.
Well, I might disagree with that because I think it's a multi-tier. Let me hold on. Let me find out what the definition is of my end here.
You have to think about the way you're using a word.
I have some
Yeah, it
more
depends on
to
the
play. Look,
context.
hold on. I have some more to play for you, Praise, because you'll just like swallow anything. You know that? You're really ridiculous. You'll just believe anything. But me, I'm not just gonna tell you something. I'm gonna try, and I will, and I oftentimes do have receipts. So now I'm gonna show you how you were completely bamboozled and you just swallowed bullshit hook line. Here we go. This is you continued from the other day.
There was another comment that I heard that you said some about work boots that there's a black people don't wear work boots. I don't know. They tried to get Veckel on, and Veckel actually stood up for you.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. No, no.
Oh, okay.
There was a conversation where people were jumping in, and they attributed a comment that somebody else said they attributed to me. I didn't say it.
Veckel actually stood up for you.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Okay, so that was you talking to him, what, 2 days ago? So we're not going to hear him say something about work boots, right, Brace? Right, Brace?
That's what he told me. Yeah, unless you have other evidence, I like to hear it.
Oh, man.
Wait, but we're not gonna hear him like say the thing that you agreed that he didn't say, right?
Darth, did you notice in the recording that none of the Father's Day cards were missing from the rioters?
Yeah, and the work boots were still there.
From the rioters?
Yeah, and the work boots were still there. Work boots were still there. Work boots were still there. Yeah, and the work boots were still there. Yeah, and the work boots were still. Yeah, and the work boots were still. Yeah, and the work boots were still. Yeah, and the work boots were still there. Yeah, and the work boots were still there.
And all the sunscreens.
Now, Praise, did you hear anything about work boots, bro?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you'll just believe any bullshit, won't you, Praise?
Well, Tom, that's up to God, actually.
You'll just believe fucking anything, won't you, Praise? It just depends on who you're talking to at the time. Whoever's in front of your face at any time, that's who you'll believe, right?
I give people the benefit of the doubt, Tom. I'm not just going to say I don't trust everyone. Are you saying I should say that to everyone? Like, I don't trust you before you speak. Like, who does that? Like, we just give people the benefit of the doubt. Like, I don't know what you're trying to say.
Bro,
Did you give
I'm
us the
saying
benefit
that
of the doubt when you were told about the work boots?
Every time Dar said this, almost every time I've been able to come up with the receipts, right? Why would you ever be skeptical of me saying he said something?
Well, I'm not skeptical of him saying something, but the context around it is what I'm trying. My objection. I think you assume things about the context that are not really there. So even with that, where he said the work boots, I don't know if that was that a direct thing to black people? I don't know. Like I don't know
Yeah, the
how you could come to that
protester,
conclusion.
the protesters, yeah, they were talking about, all the
Right.
Father's Day cards being gone. And then Tim the Tool Man added that the suntan lotion was
Sunscreen.
Sunscreen.
Yeah, do you understand the context, Praise? No.
Vaguely
Okay.
right now. I need to probably
Right. So
see the clip for
during the
myself and kind of
protest,
look at it.
they're talking about during the protest, there was riots. In fact, they were here, specifically a Target store. And Tim, what's his noodle, said, "Hey, did you see that with the rioters, they didn't take any of the Father's Day cards? They rioted the store. They didn't take the." And Darth said, "What, Chris?"
Yeah, they left the work boots there. Okay.
Oh, because they didn't want to steal the work boots.
Yeah.
Wait, that's an
Those
insane
rioters.
clip. What the fuck?
What else didn't those rioters need, Praise?
Well, I mean, if let's just say that it's a stereotype, but do you think stereotypes are true? I would say yes, there are true stereotypes.
Get the
So
fuck
you
out of
think
What
here.
black
else?
people don't need work boots and or Father's Day cards?
Not all black people, but there are some that do, though, in inner cities. I mean, that's been
This is a
proven.
bad look, Praise.
Uh, Illinois, just look at
Don't do it.
Illinois. What are you guys talking about?
Oh
Are
Praise.
my
you
god.
denying that?
This
it's not
Not
worth
like
it.
this.
Look, if you're just saying, are there black people that exist that don't have fathers or are estranged or are unemployed? Yes, that's true.
Or that
Right?
do not
Of
want to
course it's
be
true.
fathers.
True
I
for
mean,
white
there are
people
blacks out there
too.
that do not want to be fathers. That's
No.
clear.
True for
Oh
every
my
demographic.
god.
It's talking about Father's Day cards that they would be purchasing for their own fathers.
Who, the same people that were ravaging the stores? That you're saying those people are fathers?
No, what they're saying is there's a stereotype of black men not having fathers, so they wouldn't need to loot Father's Day cards because they'd have no one to give them to.
Yeah,
Oh
that is
my
an
god.
epidemic in some urban cities.
Wow.
Praise, are you drunk or on drugs right now?
No, I'm just pointing out
That you're a
what we've
racist.
seen in history,
Yeah,
in recent
this
history.
is
We've
not good,
seen
Praise.
people do that.
This is bad.
So
Praise you.
Praise,
praise,
praise, didn't Praise say that like Darth was likely a mass murderer?
Yeah.
This is how we know they were black, Praise. They didn't need Father's Day cards. This is how we know they were black. That's the joke. Do you get the joke?
yeah, praise. He wasn't making.
Not entirely. I'm still trying
What's
to mulch
difficult? I
over the
don't
other stuff right
understand
now.
what's difficult.
Mulch
I
over
don't
it. Mulch over
understand.
it.
There's no way this
Mulch
guy's not
over
on
it.
ketamine right now. Like a lot of ketamine.
All right. Well,
I'm
tell us
just
when you're
pointing. I'm
done
just saying. Are you
mulching.
guys denying that there are many black things, or what do you call it? Like there are insurrections and things like that in urban
There's
cities.
only
They've
one
done that,
insurrection.
and
Yeah, there's a
those.
lot of
Praise.
black
Oh my
people that
gosh.
don't have fathers. A lot of white people that don't have fathers. If that's
Praise
true,
is your genuine
what's
Christian response to a racist stereotype. The stereotype is true. That's your response as a Christian.
No, I'm saying it can be true. I don't know if it is
But
like
but
if it's
but you
indicative
hear
of all
another
black
Christian, you
people.
hear a fellow Christian as someone who follows Jesus Christ make a racist statement about God's children, and you say, "Oh, that racism may be sound." That's your Christian response.
No, my Christian response is I call a spade a spade. I'm not afraid to speak the truth when I
Wow.
should speak the truth.
This is getting lost in the fluff for me. So Praise, can you just confirm that are those statements things that racist people say about black people?
Not necessarily, no. It's again, these have been proven in we have camera. I mean, how many videos do we have of people doing this where they're inciting violence and breaking into stores, and these same people are fatherless?
Like
So what
like
else are we supposed to
Whoa!
do?
like
How do you know that?
rioting a
How do you know they're
Capitol
fatherless?
building and
That's
stuff
an
like that.
assumption. Are you just saying that
Yeah,
because they're black? You're just assuming they're fatherless?
look, the point is, look, there
No, I'm
are
giving you
black
the
people that
facts
don't
about the.
have.
How do you know the facts, Praise? Was there
Nobody's
a survey
dispute.
taken?
Look, let me just like clear something up. This is getting stupid. Nobody in this room is disputing that there exist black people without fathers or gainful employment. Nobody disputes that. The point is, why over years and years and years and years of Darth interacting, I've only heard him point out that what's it like growing up without a father to young black males.
Because they are liberals. This is the problem. It's a specific minority of blacks that is
Hold on.
where the
Praise.
problem lies. Yeah.
Praise. Let me ask you this. Do you think Darth was bringing this up out of concern for minorities? Is that what you think this was? That he's
I
worried
think it
about the
was his
plight of black people
disgust.
in urban areas? Is that what he's worried about here?
Yes, I think he does. I think he's trying to appeal to conservative blacks so that they don't fall down
Yeah,
that downward
dude,
spiral.
You
Okay,
okay?
well,
Let
if
me
it's
hold on.
because the black people
Hold
are
on.
liberals, hold on, Mark. Why doesn't he say the same statements to young white males?
Exactly.
I think he does. I think he does.
He
I don't think
doesn't. He doesn't. He does
doesn't.
not. He does not.
I've never heard it, and those statistics about the black families now constitute a quarter of all American families, not just blacks.
You think he was trying to appeal to conservative blacks like Veckel, Praise? Because Veckel's...
Yes.
Yeah, Veckel
Yes.
said it was racially insensitive. John Lee said it
Yeah.
was obviously racist. So there's two Christians who are very conservative, two Christians of color, who clearly realized it was racist.
Well, that's their opinion. I'm not going to down. I'm not going to criticize them. That's fine. I just think that they need more evidence. I would urge them to have more evidence before you make a conclusion like that.
So
They were talking about the statements, not Darth as a whole. They just said the statements were racially insensitive and obviously racist. They weren't talking about Darth in general.
I think they're insensitive.
Oh, you do?
Yes, I think people.
Racially insensitive?
I think they can be construed as insensitive, but not racist. I think there needs to be more evidence for that.
So you don't think they're racially insensitive?
I just said I just said yes. They can be construed that way. Yes.
Well, do you think they were racially insensitive? Just to be clear.
No, I don't.
Okay, so a second ago when you said he doesn't say those things to young white males, do you think there is a bigger Darth Dawkins subject matter expert than Tom Rabbit?
As far as interactions on the internet, sure, Tom Rabbit might, be the head honcho on that, but that doesn't mean he knows Darth personally
Right,
or
but when
something.
he
I think
said
that's
he
stupid.
doesn't, why didn't you respond to that?
Doesn't
You
what?
don't take Tom seriously when he said he doesn't make the fatherless comments to young white males?
Never heard him say it once to a non black male.
Well, that's just online, but like, how do you know in Darth's, personal affairs? How do you know that that's never happened? What if he does talk to blacks?
I'm making a
or
claim
white people?
about. I'm making the claim about the interactions he said online.
I just think that's not conclusive enough. I just think you're making it's
Conclusive
a
enough for
rash
what? To
conclusion.
claim that he only says it to people to young black males online.
Yes, I think you need to know more personally before you make that claim.
Anyone find it wild that Praise uses the phrase blacks, but also uses the phrase white people? Just insane
Yeah,
shit.
it's weird.
Praise, you were saying the other week that Darth was a racist.
Oh.
Yeah, that's the narrative that was planted in my head. See,
Oh
I
my
think this is what I
god.
mentioned in my video. I can see my error now that I contacted you people instead of going through the Bible. That was
No,
the proper
So
pathway to
sometimes
go.
it's personal
What does the Bible
responsibility and
say
you
about Darth
sinned,
being
and
racist?
sometimes it's blaming other people. Praise, you're a joke, man.
Yeah, let me guess, Praise. When you like Darth, Precept is sound, Darth is not a racist, and this, that, and the other, he's a narcissist. He's not a narcissist. Then when you're in a fight with Darth, he is a narcissist, he is a racist, and Precept is not sound. And then when you make up with him again, then Precept is sound again, and he's not a racist anymore and not a narcissist. Do you see a pattern here, Praise?
I sense butthurtism here. You guys butthurt or something? Like, are you really, you gonna write a diary about everything that happens? It's, you guys are pathetic if that's
No,
the
it's not about being
Is
case.
this guy
butthurt.
like
It's
17?
about like just acknowledging and
No,
pointing
this
out
is.
your inconsistencies,
Please
which are
stop.
No, I
entertaining.
talked to
Would
Darth
you
about
stop?
my issue with
This is
Precept. I
just
told him the preconditions of intelligibility.
red
If you
team
listen to the
troll.
conversation, Tom, he addresses that really good.
Yeah, but that's what you said that. Look, when you were fighting with him, you said the exact opposite. That what he said didn't address it, right?
Yeah, the reason is because we didn't talk. If we would have talked, he would have addressed that.
No,
So
Yeah,
there's
but
no talking. No, look, him you talking to him afterwards doesn't do anything about at time T1 he either addressed it or did not address it, right? Your
yeah, at
opinion has
that
changed on
time in
that.
that stream, he didn't address it, but then he did 2 days ago when we reconciled, at least, on a social sense. But
Oh,
I
you
don't
got
know what
the
he's up to.
Oh, so you got the justification for premise one, why the Christian God is necessary for intelligibility? Go ahead. Let me guess you
Yeah.
forgot it. You don't remember?
So we have the problem, the one of the many. Like, that's one way to establish it. But then he went
No, no,
into
no,
the
no. What did
uniformity.
he say? What did he say?
That's what this is what he's told me. Yeah, and I'm actually recapping what he said. So that there cannot be an intelligibility because without God, because nothing could instantiate what is or what could or cannot be. And that's a great answer, and
That's
it's
just the
sufficient.
claim. That's just the same claim.
No, he went into
God, praise,
particulars
dude.
and things like that. No,
Praise, bro.
I disagree.
Bro, what are we doing here? Are you okay, man?
Yeah,
As a third-party
I
observer,
Can I?
consulted the
Praise is
Bible.
not
This
okay.
is the problem, Tom. Like, see, I have the Bible that I hold to. That's what I should have consulted instead of you people. You took advantage of it, and this is where we're at right now.
Hey,
I'm not a Pharisee, Tom, like you guys. I hope you guys come to the Bible and stop being Pharisees,
Okay.
self-righteous people.
Bye.
This is the
Yeah, well,
worst kind of cringe.
Beckel
I did.
actually stood up for you.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I did.
actually
I
stood
did.
up for you.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I did.
actually
I
stood
did.
up for you.
I didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Yeah, and the work boats who are still there. Work boats who are still there. Work boats who are still there. Yeah, and the work boats who are still there.